Hi, my name is Lynn, and I live in Texas, in the U.S. And I met Erin. Erin asked me if I would help to talk a little bit about how we homeschool is regarding time management and you know how we go about our day and how do we schedule things. So I have a 14-year-old daughter. Her name is Julia, and the classes that she did this past school year was she did an English class, science, math, which is algebra 2, and a typing, Bible, history, French, and she also plays violin. And um, I find I've been homeschooling her ever since she was little. We've always homeschooled. That I find that there's some families are more strict than others. Our family is not strict. We're pretty flexible with our schedule because we'd like to travel. And actually, that's how we met Erin. We were in Australia for a camp meeting once, and um, so we had to take 2 weeks off. So Julie didn't get a chance to do any schoolwork during those 2 weeks. And so a lot of families do schoolwork from September till May, like the regular school year, but we tend to go all year round, unless, of course, if Julia finishes a class sometime like before the summer starts or during the summer, if she finishes it, then she doesn't have to. She can just be done with it and have that extra time during the summer. So that's kind of an incentive for her. She likes to try to get things done so that way she'll have time off in the summer and not have to worry about schoolwork. As far as the way we do our schedule, just for instance, right now we're not in Texas. We're in New Hampshire on vacation for 3 weeks at my parents' house, and so her homeschooling allows us to travel and to just be more flexible. This is the first year she's actually finished almost all of her subjects. She pretty much did finish everything except typing is an ongoing thing that she does, and her violin is ongoing. She always practices her violin. But this is the first year she's actually finished all of her subjects, and she's had the whole summer off, except I have her do reading. She still does violin, she still does typing. But this is the first year she's not doing a bunch of subjects all summer long. And I like to try to make incentives for her. So I tell her if she finishes her schoolwork, then she can go to her friend's house and play or watch certain TV shows or videos, things like that. And I made a chart up for her that lists all of her subjects on, it's like an Excel spreadsheet. I list all her subjects and all the things she has to do. Not only does she have to do school, but she also has to hold on, I have some notes here. Like make sure she does her chores, make sure she feeds the dog, make sure she does some cleaning. I also find it very important that she does exercise pretty much daily. Sometimes after we wake up, we'll get dressed and then we'll go to the gym and work out first, and then come back and she'll do schoolwork. So I just make sure that we have all this stuff on our schedule. And what else? Lately, just recently in the last 2 or 3 months, she's gotten a part-time job where she's babysitting. So she'll babysit 1.5 days. She babysits from 8 in the morning till 4 on one day, and then the next day she'll babysit 8 in the morning till 12. So she has to work that into her school schedule also. When she gets back from babysitting, then she gets right away, she starts doing her schoolwork and violin. And 2 of her classes that she does, the science and the English, she takes these classes at This is an organization in our area called One Day Academy. So she goes there 1 day a week, and there's a teacher. It's a Christian organization, and there's professional teachers. They teach the class, and then the rest of the week she comes home and does all her schoolwork on her own, um, and then she'll go back the next week. And sometimes they have tests or quizzes. And for science, they always do projects so that she gets to do some type of an experiment every week when she goes there. So those two classes only go the regular school year from September until May. So those always end in May, and then she just has her other things. Usually she does like an online math class. This year she did an online French class. When I say online, they're just videos that she watches. Not necessarily, they're not interactive like live or anything. She just watches videos. And our history was also on the computer. And this year for history, instead of a regular like American history or world history, when she graduates or when she gets older, she wants to become a vegetarian chef. So this year for history, I found a program that's the history of food. So she read all through the history of, except for the very beginning, because we're Christian, we don't believe in like Neanderthal man or hunter gatherers. We just, that like the first chapter we just kind of skipped through. Like she read through it, but it just she knows that we don't believe in that. But she learned a lot about the history of food, like different cultures and things like that. So that was a neat class that she liked. So I guess the thing I want to stress the most is you have to find out what works for your family. Like I like a lot of flexibility in our schedule because that's just the kind of person I am. I want to wake up to my own alarm clock, not someone else's. Like I don't want it to feel like I'm going to a job every day and I have to get up at a certain time, and I don't like that strictness. But a lot of families do like that, and that's what works for them. I just think it's important to wake up after when you get up after you wake up and not have to wake up to an alarm. Although of course sometimes she does wake up to an alarm to go to work, and she actually likes to get up sometimes with an alarm and not sleep in. So I let her do what she likes in regards to that. And like I said, normally when people say, "Oh, do you have the summer off?" Normally, we tell them we do schoolwork all year long. We don't just do it during the regular school year, because, like I said, like once we had to take 2 weeks off to go to Australia, or she's she's in sports too. Like she does volleyball. Sometimes these things get in the way of doing her schoolwork, so we go year round unless she finishes something, and then she gets part of the summer off. And we normally do schoolwork 5 to 6 days a week. We don't do it on Sabbath, but we do it Sunday through Friday. And sometimes I let her, like on Friday on preparation day, I'll have her do the cooking or get something ready for Sabbath, to prepare stuff for Sabbath. And she likes that because she wants to be a vegetarian cook. So I guess that's all I can think of to say. We're the type of family that just needs a lot of flexibility in our schedule. So we just work around that. And I think it just makes it more appealing to her, like if it's not like real strict. But then it works out well because she's getting a little taste of what it's like to work and have to get up early for work, because both days that she works during the week she has to be there at 8 o'clock or 8:15. so that it's helping her um, feel like get a taste of what it's like in the real world as far as working and having to get up at a certain time. What That's all I can think of. So anyway, um, maybe I'll see you again in the future. Thank you for listening. Okay, bye.